Over the last 18 months or so, we've spent a lot of time praying, thinking, talking as a team, seeking prophetic input, looking back over our DNA, our roots, our prophetic words that we've had in the past, and talking to outside consultants. And really all of this for the purpose of asking God and getting some clarity on who are we supposed to be as a church? Who has God called us to be? And how are we supposed to impact the world around us and, even further afield? One of the areas that the Lord has clearly spoken to us about is about our gift and call to equip the body of Christ to offer training courses and things like that. And so we have this statement in this vision description that we've been doing that says this: we develop and host excellent training courses that advance and equip people in their personal relationship with God and their ultimate purpose and destiny. I'm with Steve and Sandra, and we're just going to chat that through and unpack what does that look like and how do you engage with that at home as well. Steve and Sandra, why is this something that you're passionate about? I know, Steve, you're clearly a very gifted teacher. What is it as a teacher that inspires you to equip people in this way?
Ben, it's one of those interesting ones where the primary passages in the scriptures about what leaders do in Ephesians chapter 4 is leaders equip. That's the role of a leader. The leader's role isn't to just do. They're supposed to do that, but they're supposed to do and show other people how to do. So in Ephesians 4, it's the apostles, pastors, prophets, teachers, evangelists, that group of 5 do the things that they're called to do, but they're to be helping everybody to grow into maturity. Mm-hmm. So that the whole body, everybody who's a part of Catch the Fire Toronto, is supposed to be on a growing curve. Not everybody being an evangelist, not everyone being a prophet, but we're all to be growing. And so that's the responsibility of our church, is to be training and equipping people in all sorts of different things, such as hearing God's voice. We do that over and over again. Being able to be prophetic, being able to pray for the sick, being able to get deliverance. All these kind of courses we try to offer to be able to build everybody up.
And what I love about all this equipping that has happened over the years, it's been part of our history, but it's part of our future. And I look at John and Carol Arnott, our founding pastors. They brought in everybody, the Sanfords. That was the first the course that I ever took when I came here, and it was just life-changing.
Yeah.
But what I love about a lot of the training and equipping that we've had is that our people have taken it, and then they have gone to other places and taught those things. And so it's not just like, for one person, you can't, you're going to learn, but you're not going to be able to share it. No, what we want to do here is we want everybody to be equipped so that you can take it to the nation that you're called to. And so a couple of our ladies, a couple of years ago, they actually, I won't say what country, but they got to go into a country and do underground with the underground churches. And it was a lot of the equipping that they had learned at Catch the Fire Toronto. And so that's what makes me excited.
Yeah, that's amazing. And even as we look forward, it's exciting to think about, evaluating how can we make this more accessible? How can we make this more impactful? Are there topics that we're yet to create training courses on that we want to do? And I feel like there's so much potential for this area of equipping, and I'm excited to see where that goes.
Yeah, Ben, we've also made a big transition in the life of our church because of COVID and lockdown, in that almost all of our training now is on digital. It's videos. So you can watch it at your schedule as opposed to have to be in the building Friday night, 7:30 to be able to hear the Voice of God seminar. Now it's been captured on video. It's there for 3 years, 5 years until we update and do a newer version of it. But it just means that it's opened it up much wider for our church family to be able to access, to be able to be a part of. And I love the fact that people are on journeys. And so some people who are new to our church, they need to start by learning to hear God's voice. And others, it's advanced deliverance. It's going into how do I bring breakthroughs for people in generational sins and all sorts of different things. And there's another whole side, Ben, that we haven't talked about now, but we've referenced in earlier talks, It's the business people in our church mentoring other business people. It's the educators in our church helping other educators. It's people with skill sets in businesses, not just businesses, in their occupations, helping others to grow and to advance. We have a guy in our church who mentors people to start real estate, to be a real estate broker. And he got to be one of the top sales guy in Canada. In fact, he was a president of one of the largest real estate companies in Canada, across Canada. And he's mentoring other people. We have a gentleman by the name of Rodney in our congregation who mentors people in starting a mortgage broker business. And I love what Rodney's doing. He is training people to be a direct competition to him, because once he trains them, they can take his contacts. But he doesn't care. He knows that it's part of his calling. And I love those kind of practical growing and developing and becoming everything that God's called us to be as a church.
Yeah. He's given all of us a voice. And so we can learn. And I think what I've loved is watching the transformation that has happened in people's lives as they get equipped. They're like, hey, wait a minute, it doesn't have to be like this. Mm-hmm. I can change this. And I can communicate this to other people where their lives can be changed. So it's really cool.